All right, so this Skylar Diggins and Caitlin Clark situation is a little weird. I think it's a little weird because there was a point where you could kind of use Skylar Diggins to compare Caitlin Clark's situation to WNBA. You know, similar to Caitlin Clark, Skylar Diggins was coming into the WNBA. She was probably the biggest thing in college. Like I'm saying, like a lot of people's celebrity crush. She was in a bunch of commercials, ad campaigns, like all the celebrities try to tap in with her. She had the look and she was nice. Now, compared to Caitlin Clark, I think that Caitlin Clark was bigger than Skylar Diggins coming out of college from a popularity standpoint. Caitlin by far has probably had the biggest out of any woman basketball player we've seen. It's just wild that they had that incident, which we're going to cover, and then now, you know, people are kind of like calling Skylar like a hypocrite because she was initially bullied, quote unquote, coming into the WNBA and then now doing the bullying. So we're gonna look at everything that has been discussed. So you've been online, I'm sure you've seen this. So this is from RG3, and he said it's very clear WNBA players are tired of Caitlin Clark getting all the shine and being the vocal point of every discussion. It's beyond competitiveness and physical play. They don't even want to answer questions about her. I don't even think stopping her will make a difference, but they got women's basketball to lock, bro. They just gotta accept it, bro. Where I think I showed this on the last video. She came in, she purposely bumped her. You could see like she had a clear lane to just give this girl a handshake and just walk. Look what she decided to do. The bump was very unnecessary. I saw like people are trying to get her suspended and all type of stuff. I don't think it's that deep. That's outrageous. Like suspension is outrageous. But I do think the bump was very unnecessary. She had no reason to do that. You got to understand that right now, Caitlin Clark's the most important player in the women's basketball, the entire women's basketball, college, WNBA, high school. She's the most important person. Anything happens to that girl, that viewership would drop so fucking fast. And there's too much money involved with her. Even down to like, so someone like Skylar Diggins or any WNBA player has to understand, any little thing happens to Caitlin Clark, rather you bumped her, if you injure her, you protect yourself, get security. So if you injure that girl, get security. Any little thing that happens with her right now, you're gonna be the face of news. Like you saw it with Shannon Carter, it's gonna happen with Skylar Diggins in the next couple of days. And whoever does anything. Competing on the court, that's whatever. But when you do unnecessary stuff, you're just setting yourself up for, you know, stuff like this to happen. A lot of people spoke on this situation. So Shannon Sharpe said this: Caitlin Clark is getting the crowd going. Y'all see Skylar Diggins speed up to make contact with her. Stop this. Y'all mad because that corn-fed Iowa girl busting y'all ass. She cooking. Let her cook. He not lying though. She's cooking now. You know, she needed some time. Now she cooking. Owner of Barstool, this was his comments on it.
Okay, by now I'm sure you've seen Skylar Diggins assault Caitlin Clark after Indiana blew out Seattle. Now, was that jail? No. Would it be a fight in the NBA? Yes. What I don't get is the Seattle coach complaining after the game and Skylar, tears in her eyes, being like, how dare they beat us by 30? Hey, ladies, grow up. They didn't take their starters out in time. What are you talking about? And here's what I love. You think Caitlin's going to back down because they're crying? Like, how can a rookie embarrass us? What do they keep beating us up like this? How is he so good? No, Caitlin doesn't back down at all. She's like, hey, zip it, Skylar. Shut up. Stop crying. She literally mouths, stop crying. I'm not sure if it's in this video. I fucking love it. This league doesn't know what to do with Caitlin Clark. They don't know what to do with the Indiana Fever. It's not just her, Aaliyah Boston, Mitchell. Oh, this team is coming together, and Caitlin Clark is loving it. She's laughing at you, Skylar. Imagine that you bump her, and then you have the audacity to complain about them. Just play ball. You didn't hear Indiana crying when they started off 1-9. They just got up off the mat and started. That's assault.
He exaggerates it, but it's funny to me, at least in my opinion. His commentary is funny as hell. I think the reason that's making such a big headline and people are talking about it is because there was a time period Skylar Diggins went through her own struggles at WNBA, and you know she was complaining, had to take some time away from WNBA. That was like rough on her, and then on top of like the stuff with Diana, which we're gonna get to. So she had her own fair struggles in the WNBA, and she had like her own fair issues she dealt with. But I think people just find it weird. She used to complain about that stuff, and now she's doing, you know, stuff like this. Yeah, so it was this one breaking down Diana and Skylar Diggins beef.
We talk about the beef between Diana Taurasi and Skylar Diggins-Smith. Then there was a lot of drama going on between Skylar Diggins-Smith and the Phoenix Mercury while she was on maternity leave with her second child. Even though she was on contract with the Phoenix Mercury, she said that she was locked out of the practice facility, wasn't able to use the chiropractors, the chefs, strength and conditioning facilities, nothing while she was on that maternity leave. And then in that off season, Diana Taurasi was asked by the media on her opinion on if Skylar Diggins-Smith is going to come back to the Phoenix Mercury or not. And Diana said, next question, she didn't even want to address it. So after taking a year off to raise her child, Skylar Diggins-Smith signed with the Seattle Storm this year, and Diana Taurasi is now still with the Phoenix Mercury.
Now, when she was returning, and a lot of people showed support at this time period, this was like her comments when she was coming back. It was kind of touching, but like a lot of people, this is the clip people have been posting. I was able to find like the full clip what she was talking about.
I questioned, like, could I do this? Did I want to do this? I didn't feel like I wanted to keep playing. I didn't know. It's been tough. And I think me and Bridget, we've been together for 10 years. She came to me in Tulsa after I had that rookie season where I averaged like 8.5 points. And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to play in the WNBA. I'm just going to go overseas and like, this ain't for me. This league ain't for me. I don't fit in. And she was the one that grabbed me like, no. She's from Indiana too, East Chicago. I'm from South Bend. That's like 45 minutes from each other. She grabbed me like, no, you're great. I believe in you. Sometimes just as simple as that, you know? And 10 years later, I'm like, I don't know if I could do this. I might just retire. I might just leave. I told Jana that. She pushed me. I lost 50 pounds. You know, I was 204 pounds. And I play at 145. I can't move. I can't run. I can't walk. We spent like since my daughter was like 2 or 3 months, we've been in that gym. I'm talking about in the gym on our own, you know, paying for the gym to work out at the gym. You know, she got me back to that belief where I feel like now I feel stronger than I was before, and I didn't think that was possible. You know, going through postpartum stuff, you just never know where you're going to be at. And she pulled me out of another place. And so she is like, I can't say enough what Bridget means to this journey and just lighting another fire. Like, I'm coming for everything. And she put that in my mind that, you know, I could be great and I'm still great. And not only that, I could be better. I really believe that. And this group, the support system, is what I need at this stage. And I really do feel like that. Like, I feel like I'm better now. I feel like I'm stronger, mentally tougher, physically stronger, and I cannot wait for the opportunity to prove that.
Those are her situations. You know, she went through a lot. I think one of the key parts was like when her rookie season, she struggled so much that she wanted to just go overseas. You know what I'm saying? So I think going forward, you know, the Seattle and Fever ever ran into each other again, it's definitely gonna be a lit game. I think the Fever, they pretty much got beef with every WNBA team. Any team they play is pretty much gonna be like a big game besides maybe Atlanta Dream or something like that. But most teams like the Sky, the Mercury, like teams like that, there's like some type of build up into it. So the Seattle Storm is kind of going to turn into that. People are looking forward to seeing, you know, what happens next with Caitlin Clark or whoever she plays. So, you know, it's all good. It's just hoops. It's just competitiveness. I think it was unnecessary, but it's just wild how she got all these WNBA vets shook. We'll see how the rest of the course season goes. I just thought that was interesting. I wanted to make a vid on it. Y'all let me know your thoughts on everything. Do y'all think it was from a jealous place or she was just heated in the moment? How do you feel that vet should be towards Caitlin Clark? Y'all let me know your thoughts on everything. And as always, it's your boy.